Alright, see if you can pick one. Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Confirm. Yeah. Alright, so since that's the start of the video,
I had to hit the
Oh, you had to hit a button.
these things.
Oh. Alright. I'm Christopher T-Rex Moore. I am one half of Fossil Plays, and I'm joined by...
James Daktyl.
Yeah.
Or just Daktyl. Yeah.
Just Daktyl. That's a little loud. Hold on 1 second.
Oh God, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so we're starting a Let's Play of Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, as you can see.
Dude, this was so jarring to me.
Just the whole intro thing.
No, just Eevee's
Just
pronounced presence here.
Yeah.
Like,
It's definitely not as strong as you get into the game. So,
bullshit.
I mean,
Like, you know how you can put the Pokemon in the Pokeball?
pick the thing.
Okay. Yeah, so Ashley was doing that, and like every 5 seconds, or like anytime you'd shake it or something, like she would do that.
Oh, well, okay, so that's another thing. I play not with the volume all the way down, but I play it with it down, and then we're not playing with the Pokeball Plus. So we're not going to have Eevee screaming at us the entire time. It's just a little loud. Alright, so we're going to try and do a Nuzlocke, right?
Yeah, you're gonna have to help me.
Alright,
start that,
so are you familiar with the rules of a Nuzlocke?
you
you
start
you
with
can
like
keep
6
clicking
randoms or something.
No. Alright, keep clicking A, I'll explain it. Obviously, we're not going to read a lot of the story stuff, even though they made the story quote-unquote easier to follow. Alright, so for a Nuzlocke, you're only allowed to capture the first Pokemon you see on each route. This being Pokemon Let's Go, that's going to be a major issue, so there's going to be a small amendment, because there's no wild battles, so you can't grind. So the thing we're going to do instead is, you can catch every Pokemon you see, but you can only keep the first Pokemon you see. And you're going to have to send everything else to the professor to get the candies. We're not going to do any rules about the candies right now. Also, you are super white.
I'm super white in real life.
Alright, put your name in. So, there's that. We have to nickname every Pokemon we catch that we're going to keep.
Oh man.
That's going to be another way we're going to try and differentiate the Pokemon that we catch that we're keeping from the ones that we're immediately going to release.
So we can either take turns or not.
No,
but
you're going to be playing the whole time.
Well, no, I'm in the naming.
Oh no! So we're gonna have a back and forth thing. I'm like, what do you want to name it? This is what I want to name it. Let's come to some kind of consensus.
I'm gonna name it after my favorite local Smash kids.
Yeah. Well, you know, you could not. The other thing is, I have the Twitch up. Oh, no mic audio?
Yeah, it's
Barely audible. Oh, I see why. There we go. Is that any better? Hello? Yeah. Alright. So, apparently the mic was barely audible because somebody was messing with my buttons, and by somebody I mean me. Alright. So, again, we're explaining the rules of the Nuzlocke. You don't have to wait for me to click through this stuff.
No, I was looking at...
Don't look at the chat. Don't worry about the chat. Chat's my job. Your job is to play the game and be mildly interesting. Alright.
Whoa.
So again, the major tenets of the Nuzlocke. You can only catch and keep the first Pokemon you see on each route. If a Pokemon gets fainted, knocked out, it is dead. We're going to send it to the professor for his candy. And then you have to nickname everything. And that's the basic things. There are also other variations. Some people do no legendary runs.
Alright. So we're doing first Pokemon you see on a route, and if it gets knocked out, it's knocked out.
Yeah, and you don't get a Pokemon for that route. You can still catch Pokemon there to grind, because this is Let's Go, and there's no wild battles to grind. And as far as I am in the game, there is no way to rematch trainers right now, and I've beaten, Celadon Gym on my profile on my Switch. We're playing on yours, so we can battle at some point. We'll see how long that goes, though.
So we'll probably just do that at the end.
No, we might. Well, I'm already kind of far. What we might do is after every... Well, no, we're streaming, so that might be a pain. Yeah, that seems like a good post-game thing to do.
Yeah, just do it
Yeah.
after I beat the game.
I was going to say we could do, like, after every gym battle, but that requires more work from me, because that means I have to get a team ready to battle your team. And I'm assuming, because you know the thing about the candies, right? How they're broken in this game?
Dude, I don't know anything about
Okay,
it.
so I haven't personally.
I've kept myself blind for a reason.
All right, again, keep hitting buttons. So what Ashley was telling me and other people, when you use the candies, you can get a stat up to 255, and then keep leveling them up on top of it. So if you want to have your Pikachu's like attack stat at 255 before you leave Viridian City or Viridian Forest, you could technically do that. It'd be very tedious, but you can definitely do it. And then there's the other thing about the catch change. If you like catch like 15 Pikachus in a row, the last Pikachu you catch is gonna have, I think it's better EVs and IVs, and you get a higher chance to get a shiny. If anything I say is wrong, feel free to let me know. But somebody in the chat, Eduardo, one of the homies, he actually plays Smash with us. He beat me the other day. I'm a little salty. But he says he wants this game because of the nostalgia, and that's half of the reason we're playing this. So we were doing the other stream last week where we were, our quote-unquote pilot episode, and we were just having a conversation, and you said you've never beaten any of the Gen 1 games, no red or blue. Did you beat yellow?
No.
All right, so you've never beaten. Also, move Michael a little bit closer to your mouth. You're a little hard to hear.
Sorry.
Yeah. So you've never beaten any of the Gen 1 games, and these just came out. So what better time to do it? Also, I just got Let's Go Pikachu for my birthday from one of my dear friends, and I was like, you know what? We have the games, we have the setup. Let's do it.
And so here I am, combo catching.
So, this is gonna be a slightly longer episode because this is the first episode, and we've got to get everything set up. But so you're just running. What is your name? Oh, that's the the.
Yeah. Gary.
Okay. I mean, you could have named him after me or Brent or literally anybody else, but you called him what?
Gary.
Okay.
Good old Gary.
Yeah.
Even though I think technically it's like red or
No, this is
green,
definitely not
green.
red, and this is not green.
Not green.
Because we're
Some
catching an
color
Eevee
or
right now.
something.
So this is something very different from what I've been doing because I've been playing on handheld mode, and when you have the handheld, you move the switch around to like keep them in center frame. It's not really gonna do this here, but on the Joy-Cons, you have to do the motion catch, and I already hate it. Also, I like how you took the left Joy-Con and you're holding it in your right hand.
It's
Yeah.
awkward.
I figured you were going to take the right Joy-Con, which is the one I have in my hand right now. You have to hit get ready first. Yeah. Would you like to trade Joy-Cons?
Nah, I don't know.
Okay. Also, shout-outs to the hand-holding of Nintendo. Make sure you don't throw your Joy-Con at people. That would be very unfortunate. Now, so one of the major issues people had with this game when it first got announced and they were showing stuff was the catching mechanics in this game. So you just caught your first Pokemon.
A fat Pokemon.
Your fat Pokemon. So how do you feel about the catching mechanics in this game?
Like Pokemon Go?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that.
Well, that's a lot of the the correlations people have been drawing.
They
but
did that on purpose, obviously.
they did.
So.
They said several times that this is not a mainline Pokemon game. You can keep clicking buttons while I'm talking because you're making this take way longer than this has to. But
I mean, I am reading some of this.
well, and sometimes you're just sitting there staring at me. I know I'm sexy, but other people want to see the game played a little bit.
Those beautiful teeth.
Yeah. All right. So, with the catching mechanics, obviously it's simplified. It's the Pokemon Go catching. But because of that, there are no wild battles, which doing challenge runs like this makes things a lot harder because now you can't grind Pokemon by just grinding, but now you have to catch Pokemon, which for a Nuzlocke kind of breaks the rules, but like I said, we're going to be releasing Pokemon not immediately after we catch them. We'll probably release them all at the end of the episode because it'd be pretty tedious. It's like, oh, I caught a Pokemon, let me do that. I caught a Pokemon, let me do that. So we'll probably
you get to pick your starter.
Yes, right. You get to pick your starter out of just try and pick a Pokemon. You'll see. T-Rex is sexy. I don't know what you're talking about, but I appreciate that. I know that's not what you said, but that's what I read. Okay, so
You have to pick the middle one.
You have to pick the middle one because that's the one that's about to jump down that has your partner Pokemon in it, the Eevee. Also, this is like we're grown men, right? But that's
Yeah,
super cute.
I definitely liked how Eevee looked in this game.
Yeah, they look really good. I keep getting a little sidetracked. What was I saying? Oh, the catching mechanics. I think Pokemon Go did something very interesting with the catching mechanic, and they made it make sense to catch Pokemon again. So when we first got Pokemon, how many ever years ago, you know, the tagline was "Gotta catch 'em all." Right? And we're what, 6, 7 gens in now? 8 gens?
I think so, yeah.
Somebody correct us.
Because I think I started playing during 7, which was X and Y.
No, there's no way X and Y was 7.
Could be wrong, though.
Red and Blue, Gold and Silver, Ruby and Crystal, Diamond and Pearl, and then X and Y. Sun and Moon. Was Sun and Moon 6? I feel like Sun and Moon was 6. And then what's I don't know. Anyway, but they made catching interesting again. I like how you're naming this after Ashley. But
Specifically.
yeah, because it's gotten very hard to catch them all as the years have gone on. And a lot of people only catch the Pokemon, you know, that are either like super good competitively when they're doing their run, or they only catch like one of the Pokemon. Or it encourages you to catch everything because you get candy and you get rewarded for catching them. And I think it's really what's something that Pokemon needed. Like, because playing through, especially when you're an experienced, quote-unquote, experienced Pokemon player, you know, the games, they can get tedious. Because there's a lot of grinding, or maybe not a lot of grinding, but...
They fixed it with the, what was the power training thing that just maxed out your IVs or EVs?
EVs.
One of those Vs.
Yeah.
After like 5 fights or whatever. It was
I
really
mean,
silly.
And there was that way, but EV training was only relevant if you were doing competitive battling. And the majority of people aren't doing that. I'm actually going to sit up. But they made things for you know, competitive people to not have to spend so much time doing that stuff, and that was nice. But again, like in the grand scheme of things, people weren't catching Pokemon like that in the games a lot of the times. And then I've completely lost my train of thought. So how are you, James? I've been talking a lot.
I just woke up.
You just woke up.
Because my stupid self decided to stay up way too late last night and get 3 hours of sleep and work a 10-hour day. So, you know, I'm functional.
Alright. So, Kid is in the chat saying EVs don't exist. They replace it with the candy mechanic, which makes sense because when you do the candies, you can max out stats at 255 in EVs. You can max out, I think it was at like, was also at 255.
Is that a joke or is he being serious?
No, he's being serious. Because there's no way for you to get the Pokemon out of this into any of the other games or like the competitive thing. So you can do silly things. Oh dear, what happened? Okay, it's the loading screen. I was like, oh no, we lost it. I forget that the stream is a second behind because I'm sitting there watching the stream preview in the chat instead of watching my OBS. And I was like, oh no, something terrible went wrong. But, so we got our first Pokemon. We've been going for...
Like 5 minutes.
No, we've been going for like 15-ish minutes recording. So, we're also going to be doing things that are a little bit weird in regards to the way this is going to work. So obviously you guys are watching us right now, so we're live streaming. But we're also going to put things on YouTube. But YouTube does not like long videos anymore. So about every 15, 20-ish minutes, when we get to a decent stopping point, we're going to do a sign out. That doesn't mean we're going to stop playing. That's just going to be the sign out for the YouTube video. And then you guys can see stuff that doesn't necessarily make it into the videos. We might make jokes in between when we hit start and stop. And so when we sign out in about 5 minutes and be like, hey guys, I've been blah, blah, blah. You've been watching blah, blah, blah. Thanks for joining us here on blah, blah, blah. Don't leave us. We're still going to be playing. That's for the YouTube guys that are going to see this later. Or the guys who aren't going to see this later, because nobody knows about the YouTube channel Type of House Plays, which you should definitely subscribe to if you want to see more of our beautiful faces, and you missed the live streams that we're going to be hopefully doing every Thursday, starting at the latest 7 okay? Even if I have to go into his room and drag him out of bed and just, and he's got a black eye sitting on this couch.
Next week, I plan to actually go to bed at a good time. I played D&D for the first time in a long time yesterday.
And it was so much fun.
And it was a lot of fun.
I really appreciate
I got really
your
excited,
yeah.
and I didn't go to sleep.
All right. So
I actually have no idea what I'm doing. I'm aimless at the moment.
I mean,
my dumb ass is running around in the talk.
Okay, so that's a major difference in Pokemon Let's Go. You can run around in the grass, and you don't get random encounters. You can see the Pokemon flying around or that Rattata running around. That's how you get into your encounters now. So, I missed what you ran into, but that's a Pidgey.
Thank God.
Okay.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah. All right, so this is going to be our first catch. Also, you didn't nickname your Eevee, so... All right, beautiful throw. Again, you gotta get ready. Yeah.
It's like when the circle closes.
Yeah, the smaller it is, the better the catch is.
Oh, so that was really bad.
All right. So, was that a male Pidgey or a female Pidgey? Did you see him? All right, it's a male Pidgey.
Wow.
Also, people expect your bird Pokemon.
All right, you get to name this one. If you don't name it, I'm just gonna be.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say somebody donated a bunch of bits to us, and the Pokemon.
Bunch of what?
Bits. The way you donate money on Twitch now.
Oh.
So we're actually gonna name this Pidgey after him. We're gonna name this Pidgey King Eduardo.
Oh. Well.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
All right. So that was our first catch.
How do I go about that?
You can go to your bag and go to bag, or you can. I think you might be able to do it from here. No, you gotta back out. Go to bag. Yeah.
Pokemon box.
Yes. And then type in the name King Eduardo. Also, so
Any specific, like spell it like
hey, spell however you think is relevant. So Kid points out the YouTube comments are gonna be like, WTF, bro? That's not cool. Like, why are we only getting half of this? So the answer is because you missed a live stream. The video will be in the archive because we do auto-archive stuff, but Twitch is really bad about keeping stuff in your archive now. You can only keep, I believe, like 20-ish videos. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you'd like to catch the full thing, definitely be sure to just hop over to Twitch and watch it there. If not, these videos will be coming out like maybe every day. It depends on how many videos we get in today. So that's it for this episode if you're watching on YouTube. I've been Christopher T-Rex Moore. You can introduce yourself however you like. You don't have to do the way I do it.
I am Daktyl, and you can follow me at Typodactyl on Twitter. That's really the only social media presence I have at the moment.
I am, of course, at Typo House Games on Twitter. You can also like us on Facebook, Typo House Games, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Typo House Games, for Smash Brothers action. But if you'd like to watch these Let's Plays, it is Typo House Plays. So check that out. So again, that's it for this episode. If you're watching the live stream, don't go anywhere. If you're on YouTube, watch out for the video tomorrow / whenever the next one comes out.